come into Tadasana, and we're going to have our 2 blocks at the highest height right at the front of the mat. You're going to need them, not right away, but you'll need them shortly. Take a nice deep breath in and a full, complete breath out. Inhale, stretch the arms up over your head. As you exhale, forward fold. Now we're going right into a forward bend, so bend your knees deeply. Let it be super duper easy. Jenny's doing it beautifully. Belly on thighs, no effort in the hamstrings. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, just a very sweet preparation. Exhale, again, forward fold with the knees bent and come into our first downward facing dog. So take your time. We're gonna unpack this a little bit. Pedal, wiggle, move around. Feel free to drop to knees for a moment, come in and out of it, whatever you feel like you need to do. We're gonna hold for about 10 to 15 breaths. So this practice, it was inspired by a visit to the Broad Museum here in LA. There's a Jasper Johns exhibit right now, which is, in my opinion and other people's opinion, quite spectacular. And what struck me as being so yogic about the experience of seeing his work is that A, it's spectacularly curated, and B, there is a repetition of themes throughout the entire show. So he plays with the image of an American flag, and he plays with a number sequence, 0 through 9, little typesetting pieces from a typewriter repeated and placed in different ways, and it's over and over and over and again. And what was so fascinating to me was there was something new in every painting. Even though the theme, the subject was essentially the same, there was something new. And it's a real nod to the person who curated it because they organized it so spectacularly. So as you move through this exhibit, you really were struck by, oh, it's the same thing, but it's a new experience every time I see it, which is so yogic, right? Now, we're gonna really isolate it in this practice. Inspired by Jasper Johns, we're gonna basically do a sequence of 9 poses. We're gonna repeat them over and over and over again in the hopes that we have this discovery of the newness of the experience, even though it's the same thing repeated. Okay, so take a deep breath in and a really full, complete breath out. Make sure your down dog is steady, hands rooted, triceps hugging in, your hips are nice and high. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up, leading with your upper inner thigh. Keep hugging your outer left hip in. It tends to want to widen out to the left. Take one more big breath in, extend out through the right heel. As you exhale, place your right foot forward for a lunge. Find that right angle, right knee over right heel. Steady your legs so the back thigh is firm and lifted. Scissor the legs together, feet hugged to the midline. Take one more really big breath in, lengthening through the spine, and a big breath out. Inhale and rise to crescent lunge, arms up over your head. Jenny does this spectacularly with her back leg straight. You don't have to have your back leg straight. You can bend your back knee to clear more space in your low back. You choose the variation that's best for you. As much as you're pressing down into your feet, you're lifting through the sides of the waist, you're lifting through the heart. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Now here's where you might want to call a block into play. You could put a block underneath your left hand. You don't have to. Slide your left shoulder blade on your back as you twist the back of the left rib cage to the right, twisting the chest open toward the ceiling. Yeah, and maybe even looking up toward your top thumb. Take one more big breath in. Exhale and lower your right hand down. We're going to do a modified Parsvottanasana, so straightening your right leg. If you are tight in your hamstrings, here's a great opportunity to slide the blocks back, medium or highest height, to give you a little bit more space and room to straighten your leg. Let's just take a little bit of a flowing variation here. So as you inhale, half lift and lengthen through the spine, collarbones broad. As you exhale, forward fold over your leg to whatever degree you can. And then just hold for another full breath in and a big breath out. Look forward. So we're going to be moving forward. So I want you to look where you're going. You're going to take your blocks with you, or you're going to find your blocks at the front of your mat. Place your hands pretty far forward out in front of you, and we're going to step up into a supported Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. This is a challenging pose, even when you're supported. And the biggest challenge I find is feeling where your sacrum and pelvis are in space and making sure it's aligned. Now, since we're repeating really like 9 different variations of essentially the same form and then repeating that sequence over and over again, we really want to get this clear. So the inner left thigh spirals up, the outer left hip turns down slightly, so the sacrum and the back of the pelvis is level. And then you want to engage around that. So hug your outer hips in to stabilize your low back, lift your belly in and up, take one more very big breath in. As you exhale, simply lower your left foot down next to your right and come back into that soft uttanasana. So your knees are bent, you're forward folding. You could certainly keep your hands on the blocks or lower them down to the floor. Just give yourself a moment here, full inhale and a full exhale. Place your hands and step back to downward facing dog. So that's our whole cycle. Just as we did in the beginning, steady your hands, hug your forearms in, hug your triceps in, lift your hips super duper high. Inhale and lift the left leg up. And here, this is the same alignment as Warrior 3, so you're hugging your outer right hip in, making sure the inner left thigh is leading the way. Exhale, place the left foot toward your left thumb for your lunge. Knee over heel and ankle, legs energized, feet hugging to the midline. Keeping length in your spine, so you're not just collapsing over the left leg, but you have power and length. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge, making the adjustments as you need. So you're bending your back knee if that's right for you. You could modify by putting the back knee all the way to the floor as well. Lift through the belly, even lift through the back of the ribs. Find as much space in the sides of the waist as you can. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, both hands down. Lift your left arm out and up for your twist. And if you want the block, Jenny's bringing it back onto the mat underneath your right hand, do it. The blocks help you, props in general, help you go deeper into the alignment and therefore deeper into the posture. Keep drawing your belly back, open through the heart. Yes, take one more big breath in. Exhale the left hand down. Maybe you're grabbing your other block now to Parsvottanasana, straightening your left leg. This one's kind of hard to feel too when your pelvis is level. Jenny's doing it beautifully. I find that a lot of people who are very open need to shift the weight forward into the left foot. Feel heavy on the inner edge of the left foot, and then keeping that heavy quality in the left foot, pull the outer left hip back, and that tends to help steer you a lot closer to being in a square position. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Look forward, take the blocks forward with you, or they're there already for your supported Vira 3. And you'll find that one side's a little easier to feel level than the other. So just make your adjustments. Inner right thigh spirals up, outer right hip down, outer left hip hugs in, and then length through the sternum, length through the crown of the head, as if we were gonna float the arms up over your head, which we're not gonna do yet. Take a big breath in. Exhale, right foot meets left, forward bend over your legs. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. So we're gonna flow through that a lot more dynamically. Second time through our sequence. Inhale, lift your right leg up, Exhale the right foot forward for your lunge. Inhale and rise to crescent. Exhale right away, left hand down, right arm up. Grab your block if you need. Take a full breath in. Exhale, right hand down, locate your block if you need, straighten your right leg. We'll take a full breath in, lift and lengthen, a full breath out as you forward fold. Take your blocks forward, inhale, step up into Vira 3. Exhale, left foot meets right, forward bend. And maybe the knees aren't quite as bent now, maybe they are, but belly and thighs certainly touching wherever you are. Plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Second side, second time. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale the left foot forward. Steady your legs. Inhale, rise, crescent, lunge, arms up over your head. Exhale the right hand down, left arm up toward the ceiling. Maybe the hand's going on your block. Good, big breath in here. Exhale, left hand down. Grab your blocks if you need, straighten your left leg. We'll take a full breath in to lift and lengthen through the spine. A full breath out to fold in. Slide hands and blocks forward, step up, Vira 3, full inhale. Exhale, right foot meets left, forward bend. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. This time, rise up to stand, stretch the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, release your arms. Just stand in Tadasana, take a moment. So we're just gonna break it up for a little bit and flow through a Surya A pretty quickly, pretty dynamically. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen on the inhale. Plant your hands and step back to plank. So the blocks won't be in play. If they're bothering you, you can just move them off to the side. Lower forward and down, chaturanga. As always, you can modify with your knees down. Inhale, lift into cobra or upward facing. That's completely your choice, your preference. And back to downward facing, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. Pedal, wiggle a little bit. And it's the challenge of anyone who does a practice like yoga, which is in these repetitive actions, in these habitual movements that they become habitual, can we find the newness? Can we find sort of the beginner's mind and a delight and a sense of discovery in every sensation that's bubbling up in the body? Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop, feet to hands. Lengthen on the inhale. Forward fold, but again, lengthen the spine, probably a little bend in the knees. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart or out to the side, whatever feels best to you. 2 more. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen on the inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back to plank. Take a full breath in. Exhale, forward and down, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend, the one that feels best to you, cobra or upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep pressing the tops of your thighs back. One more big breath in. Oh, that was great. As you exhale, step or hop, feet to hands. Lengthen and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart or arms to the sides. One more. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, step. Forward and down, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend and back to downward facing dog. And we're gonna hold for a little bit longer, so 5 to 7 breaths. And if you wanna drop your knees and take a little break right now and take a child's pose, it's the perfect time to do it. And notice the quality of your breath. Even it out. If it's sort of gotten away from you, make the inhale and exhale the same intensity, the same duration. That alone is a lifetime practice of being able to work and shape your breath. Heading back to our sequence. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale the right foot forward. Inhale and stretch the arms up over your head for our crescent. So I want you to really tap into this power of lifting up. Keep lifting up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bend your left knee until it hovers off the floor. We'll call these crescent squats. Inhale, come back up. Use the lift of your upper body to steadily lower the left knee down. Good. And then one more time. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. Come back up. Take a big breath in. Those are harder than they seem like they should be. Exhale, your left hand down, right arm up. So this is where we were. Those of you who feel like this is the best twist for you, great. Some of you can take prayer twist, hooking your left elbow outside of your right thigh and praying your hands. Press your elbow against your leg, press your leg against your elbow, and turn your belly, turn your heart, open up as much as you can. Yeah, and sometimes you lose your balance. Take a big breath in. Exhale and unwind, hands to the floor. And a little bit different this time. With blocks or without blocks, same story. Straighten your right leg as much as you can. We're going to go deeper. See if you can rock up onto your right heel. So the right toes lift up, the toe mounds lift up. So it's a much deeper stretch. For me, I feel it a lot more in the calf muscle. You can forward fold over your leg. Let's take one more full breath in. One more full breath out. Beautiful. Lower the right foot down, heading for warrior 3. So bring your blocks forward, supported warrior 3, lift your left leg up, just a tiny bit different. See if you can extend your right arm forward. See if you can extend your left arm forward. So mean to make you do it from this position. Take one more really big breath in. And then different this time, hands down to your blocks, bend your elbows, and keep lifting your left leg up. We're going to play with a little bit of a standing splits position. So Jenny has her hands on the blocks. This is a really great way to support the length in your upper body while you're forward folding. Some of you might be able to walk your hands to the ground. Some of you might be able to grab your right ankle with your right hand, grab it with your left hand, and be totally balancing, which Jenny's about to demo for us now. Do the variation that feels best to you, but we're trying to get a little bit of a deeper stretch in the right leg. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. Good. Now lower the left foot down next to the right, like forward bend, both feet at the top of the mat. Feet can be apart about sit bone distance or together. Bend your knees for Utkatasana, chair pose. So we've been working this a little bit, and we're going to continue to work this more, really getting the alignment clear in chair. So move your butt back quite a bit. Yep. Exactly. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Knees are really trying to stay over your ankles. Exhale and forward fold over your legs. We're back into Uttanasana. A little bit of a bend in the knees, giving yourself the support. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, either back to downward facing dog or step to plank and flow. Lowering down to chaturanga, curling into your back bend and back to downward facing. Okay, second side with all those little add-ons. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, the left foot forward. Steady your legs. Inhale, rise crescent. Now we're keeping the lift in the waist. Exhale, bend the right knee until it hovers off the floor. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, bend, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend, hover. That's the last one. Inhale, lift. Now, you guys who want to go open twist, it's right hand down, left arm up. Prayer twist, friends, will go into it from here. Right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Push your elbow into your leg into your arm, and rotate. And it's just it's a small variation on the exact same theme, but notice how it's different. And notice if you're still doing the open lunge twist, it's still different. It's the third time you've done it. Take a nice big breath in, full breath out. Inhale to bring your hands to frame your front foot. Grab your blocks if you need them. Straighten your left leg. Come up onto your left heel if you can, and we'll fold for a full breath in and a full breath out. Lower the foot, step up, supported Virabhadrasana 3. Playing with more of the full form. So maybe you're extending your left arm forward, maybe the right arm too. We're just here for a full breath in. Right foot meets, hands down. Don't lower your right leg yet. We're going to do standing splits. So lift your right leg a little bit higher, bending your elbows, folding in to whatever degree you can. If you're coming off of the blocks, grab behind your ankle with one hand or with both hands. This turns into a much more intense balancing posture. Yep, gazing forward slightly like Jenny is doing is a really great technique for balance. Take one more full breath in, and then it's chair pose. Lower your right foot down next to your left. Bend your knees, butt back, just one breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. And you choose plank chaturanga, back bend to down dog, or just right back to downward facing dog. Move with your breath through your variations. We'll meet in down dog. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Right knee forward, pigeon. Slide your right knee behind your right wrist. It won't be a terribly long hold, but feel free to set yourself up with blocks if you want. You could put a block underneath your forehead since it's right there. You could put a block underneath your sternum for a little support and your forehead. Jenny's going to set up that one. Again, we're not here for a terribly long time. It's about 5 breaths, but definitely take your time to support yourself as you need. We can get so stuck in the repetition of our daily lives that we become desensitized to the experience that we're having because we've had it so many times. What the yoga is trying to teach us is that no, that we got it all wrong. That because you're in a body that feels things and senses things, there's constant triggers and constant opportunities to discover what's happening right now. And it's actually always different, even though it seems like it's the same. Plant your hands and press back to downward facing dog. Take a moment in down dog. If you need to kick your right leg back and wiggle it around and do whatever you feel like you need to do it. You've got a breath. Sorry, I was in your way, Jenny. And then left knee forward, pigeon. Same thing. Set yourself up as you need. It's easy when things are extraordinary, right? Like when something's extraordinarily good or extraordinarily bad, it's noteworthy. It triggers us into the present moment. But this practice is a lot more subtle than that. It's about learning how to be present with everything, even the what seem to be the most mundane experiences, what seem to be the repetitive experiences. This exhibit is so good at the Broad, you guys. If you don't live in LA, you can get the catalog and see it. It's so well curated. It was inspiring to me for sure. Come up onto your hands and press back to down dog. So one more opportunity for us to unpack this same sequence, and we're going to do it lying on the back. So let's just lower down onto the knees and come lying down however is easiest for you. And it seems like we can't do it on our back, but we can. Hug your right knee into your chest and stretch your left leg straight out in front of you. Good. And then lift your left leg up so it's just hovering, and you're going to start to feel your belly activate. Grab behind your right thigh and press your right thigh forward into your hands. So your right leg is at a right angle. It's like you're trying to make a footprint on the wall in front of you. So here's our lunge. And then it gets a little more intense when we turn it into our crescent. Stretch your arms over your head. You'll feel your belly work. Lift your head and shoulders up. We're going to turn this into our lunge twist. Support your head with your right hand and reach your left arm either to the inside of your knee or the outside of your right knee. Take a nice big breath in and a full breath out. And now it's Parsvottanasana, super duper easy. Grab behind your right thigh, both hands, extend the right leg straight. If you want to keep the core work going, keep your left leg lifted. If you want to let it settle, let your head and shoulders rest down, and you can let your head and shoulders drop, Jenny. Yeah, and you'll still get a lot of core through the lifted left leg. Take one more big breath in and one more full breath out. Good. Just for a moment, stretch your arms up over your head. We'll call this our warrior 3. Take a big breath in and then bend both knees. This is like our little Uttanasana or Utkatasana. And you'll feel it immediately that there's still some core activity, but if you want to just really drive the point home, lift your head and shoulders up. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. One more, deep breath in. And relax to the floor. Let your feet go, let your arms and head go. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Last time through, hug your left knee into your chest. Grab behind your thighs. So you're making a true right angle with your left leg. Press your foot forward. Lift your right leg up so it hovers. Okay, there's our lunge. Make sure you're corseting your belly and stretch your arms over your head. Here's our crescent. Lift your head and shoulders up. Reach your right arm either right to the inside of your left knee or to the outside of your left knee and bring your left hand behind your head. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Take a nice big breath in. Stay as you breathe out. Grab a hold of your left leg. Straighten the left leg. Let your head and shoulders relax back to the floor. If you want to keep the right leg lifted, do it. It'll just keep the core work going, or you can relax it to a more traditional Supta Hasta. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Keep your left leg straight, arms over your head. There's our warrior three. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, bend both knees. Keep your arms over your head. Here's our chair Uttanasana. If you want to get crazy, head and shoulders lift. Full breath in. Knit the ribs together as you breathe out. Perfect. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. We're not going to take a super deep back bend, but I'd like us to take one back bend. So lower your feet to the floor, lift your hips up, clasp your hands behind your back. But if this all feels like too much, you can simply slide a block underneath your sacrum for a supported bridge. Just 5 breaths, stretching out the front body, stretching out the belly a bit. We did a lot of forward bending. Keep pressing the upper palate back into the floor. And slowly release your hips all the way down. Take your feet a little wider, maybe as wide as the mat. Yeah, and let your knees drop to the right. Windshield wiper twist. To add on, you can stretch your arms over your head and grab your left wrist with your right hand. You could even put your right foot on your left thigh, but that's really not necessary, and good to not do that if you have a bunch of knee stuff. You don't want to put extra pressure on your knee in that direction. Come back through center, knees left. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. And that nice length through the left side. And inhale back to center. Give yourself a little squeeze. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. And release for Shavasana. Just adjust yourself. Let yourself get super comfortable on the mat. And as always, if Shavasana doesn't feel particularly comfortable, you can always bend your knees and take your feet wide and let your knees drop in toward one another. Invite a deeper breath back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bend your knees and roll to your right side. And take your time to make your way up into a comfortable seated position, and certainly prop yourself as you need. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. May we let this practice and the art that I described inspire us to find the freshness, the newness, the experience in the present. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bow your head to your heart. Namaste.